Today I'm gonna show you how to build a Lego Sculptor workshop. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing back the Hercules minifigure, for which I already built a cool Lego minifigure habitat, but today is gonna take the role of a sculptor. Here we already have a couple of tools and I try to add some sort of robe around him. Unfortunately, I only have one white cape piece, so I cannot go fully around the minifigure, but I think now we can already start to build this little vignette. So here I have a 16 by 16 base. I'm going for a sort of ancient Roman looking kind of thing. So here we have all the tiling. I went with 10 and dark red all around, with a little bit more interesting pattern in the center. And then you can see we have a lot of jumpers and a lot of studs for all the things that we're gonna add to this scene. For the wall, I decided to go with a red, normal red, because I don't have enough dark red to do the walls as well, but I think it actually makes the scene pop a little bit more. Here we're gonna continue on the right side to in a place where I'm gonna leave a space for a sort of window. I'm not very happy about this shape. I think it's too pointy, but I think we can go with that. And you can see I'm starting to add a little bit of details. So the color scheme for the walls is red and tan, with a red stripe go all the way along. Here we're gonna add a little bit of details, so we have a sort of statue with some golden details and a crown, and then here with some modified bricks and a few of these ingot pieces, we are gonna add a little bit of details on the wall. The window, I don't want to leave it white, so I'm gonna fill it up with some bricks so that I can create a sort of landscape outside of the window. So we have some sort of green hills and a sky, and then we can close everything like this. Very simple, very straightforward. A couple more ingots here to break down a little bit the boring wall. Over here on this side, I have the same sort of pattern with a couple of red bricks in between to add a little bit of details. And here I'm gonna add a little bit of depth with a few columns. I had to change a little bit of color scheme because that's what I have in my inventory, but I think it works well still because I have actually that color already in the floor. So I think it actually works very well. And this framing those red details, and also with a couple of one by one with these, I don't know how this is called, how this piece is called, but it's very good to give a little bit of detail, and it fits very well in this theme. To complete the top of the scene, I decided to go with some slopes. In this case, I'm going for dark blue. I think it complements pretty nice the color scheme, and it also helps to frame a little bit better the scene and the vignette. Let me just add a few more. Here you can see I'm using the 2x2 regular slopes, but I'm also using some 1x2 over here with some plates on top. That's just because it's what I have available. Now that we have the scene, this sort of old Roman domus, Roman villa done, we need to start to add some details. So over there at the back, I'm gonna add a barrel with one little statue. We are building a sculptor workshop, so I think we can add a little bit of statues there. And over there at the back, I decided to add a sort of big bed kind of thing. Ancient Roman like to do beds, but this could also be, for example, a place where the sculptor washes tools. I don't know. That little cloth piece is actually the cape from the original Hercules minifigure. Over here, I'm gonna add a little table. Again, I'm using an accessory from Hercules, which is actually a shield. I add a couple of pieces at the bottom so that this can create a interesting detailed sort of table just there by the window. And here we can start to add a little bit of marble. So here we are building a sculpture workshop, so I think we need to have a little bit of marble around the place. So here I have another one that I'm gonna add in this corner. So these are the big blocks from where then the sculptor is gonna work with these tools and create new cool statues. Over here I'm gonna add a sort of bench. I don't recommend you to do this, guys. This is actually an illegal technique. So I have these two pieces connected in the center, and then they're gonna clip on the side of the 2x4 tile, but there is actually a lot of stress in the parts here, so I actually don't recommend you to do this, but it fits very well in this scene. And on top I'm just gonna add one sort of pillow to this sort of bed, this sort of bench. We can see some of these things in this kind of villas. Over here we are gonna add a little pot with a plant inside to add a little bit of decoration. Now over here in the center we're gonna add the main statue, which is actually inspired by the Discobulos by Myron, which is originally Greek. Then many Romans also create version of the Discobulus. Here we have the base, all in white, slopes around, and a couple of brackets in the center to where I'm gonna add later the main figure. And all around we are gonna add all little blocks, little pieces of marble that were coming off, flying off the scene. Let me see if I can remember more or less where I put all these pieces. So I think I had something like this. Okay, this should be the place where to put that. Something like that. Okay, maybe we can put one more at the back there, something like this. Our sculpture is gonna be sitting over here working on the statue, and at the back here we are gonna add a wooden sort of stair so that he can reach the taller part of the statue. And for the statue, as I remember I show you the Discobulos, this is what I created. So I have a white minifigure with a tile over here. It's supposed to be this way, but then it doesn't look so nice. So I think it looks better turned this way. And then I brick build the legs a little bit, twist them a little bit as much as I can. And then I add a minifigure leg here with the bar with the angle stud over there. And this is not going to be connected. It's just going to be sitting over there in that gap. So here we have our completed scene. Just to let you know, guys, I actually built before a few years ago a sculpture sort of mock similar to this, but you can see over the years my building techniques and my part usage got better and better, so you can see definitely now a better result. And here you can see also a couple of close-up picture of the scene. Now, if you enjoy this kind of builds on this sort of 16 by 16 base, I recommend you to go check out my Night in the Tavern mock. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, leave a comment to support the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao ciao!